So I was probably in 6th standard. My mom sent me to buy out some groceries. I bought the groceries and I noticed a dog. I made eye contact with him and suddenly the dog started chasing me. So I ran like a good 100 meters and then I entered the shop. So since then the general idea of dogs just scare me and I don't like any other dogs.
I think they're shit.
Why?
Because when I was a kid, I used to dogs used to bark at me for no reason at all. So I used to bark at them back, and then we had a fight every time. Like the dog would ultimately chase me down until he finds me.
So, first time my grandmother's house, she trusted me with money. She sent me out to get sugar. I went walking and when I was coming back, this dog just started barking and I got scared. So I was 7, okay. And then when I was coming, it started running behind me and thank God I was like really near to the building. Then I just sprinted. I don't remember anything, but I remember losing the sugar and the rest of the money. And I came home crying. That's why I'm just scared of adult big dogs.
There's enough human beings who've done so much genocides, but we consider each individual as a unique person. But you're giving a blanket statement saying that all dogs are dangerous.
Yes.
It's like this. I always use this very dramatic thing. You say, "Ah, bell, mujhe maar." Bell aake marta hai, and then you sit and cry ki bell ne mujhe mara. So you're not a victim. You're a volunteer.
I've had a dog and I know how pampered he was, and stray dogs aren't as much pampered. Forget as much pampered, they're barely pampered. Most of the times they're just running for their lives, scavenging for food. So I feel bad for them. But then I also feel that, when the government neuters those dogs, it's in a way good, because the less they are, the less suffering I can see.
The only way to control that population is sterilization. That's it.
Every single dog that is sterilized saves the street of approximately 60 or 65,000 dogs in 5 years.
At the same time, with sterilization, we are also controlling the epidemic of rabies. In order to control the human-animal conflict, sterilization is very, very important. Now, when we talk about human-animal conflict, is about the so-called nuisance that people talk about of stray dogs, chasing of vehicles, barking at night, dumping of garbage bins and all that.
Don't trouble her. Stop troubling her. Stop troubling her. Chal tikde ja. You stay here. Aren't you my pretty girl? And Mandakini is the alpha. So that's the reason she dominates her every time.
In India, we want the male dogs to remain intact and not lose their manlyhood, purushatva as they say in Marathi, and get the females operated. That is how it is. That's the major myth that we have in our society. The surgery of a male dog is much more easier as compared to a female dog surgery. And I've been educating the Bastis residents that it is not about the male or a female dog. A dog has to get sterilized because tomorrow it just takes one male and a female to have a pack of 15 puppies on the street.
I had a call from somebody one street behind who said, there's a pregnant dog who's on our staircase. And, any day it's going to give puppies. And so I landed up over there and I discover it is one of my strays, but he's a male and he's a fat dog, right? And he's so fat that they thought it was a pregnant female.
Yeah.
So, that was hilarious.
I guess it comes with like a certain establishment of social status, you know. So if you have like a golden shepherd or a cocker spaniel, then you're supposed to be from the affluent parts of society. But if you adopted a stray dog, you automatically are like, "Hey, kahin ka aaya hoga."
It's not that I hate them, but I prefer pedigree dogs over stray dogs.
For simple example is when Vodafone decided to have the pug as its mascot. Nobody knew what the breed was, but everybody, even an educated person, would always come and ask us for the Vodafone Kutta. So Desi Kuttas, unfortunately, nobody likes. Nobody likes. We've been so much, I would say, smitten by the breeds, or we are so much into the breeds that we don't realize that our Indian breeds are there, like the Mudhol hounds, as we say, or the Rajapalayams that are there, are actual hounds which people do want to adopt, and people have been breeding them.
From my personal experience, stray dogs are extremely loyal. They have excellent immune systems. They're not prone to diseases or genetic defects. Like, for example, Chip, I barely take him to the vet. We visit the vet annually once a year. Very low maintenance, good with kids, good with families. They're very intelligent, extremely intelligent. So, I love stray dogs. I mean, there's so many street dogs without homes and in shelters that are being euthanized and put down because they can't find homes, you know. You can save a life.
We've seen a lot of housing societies coming and adopting strays. We've got a lot of people who may not be friendly towards dogs, but who at least respect the fact that they're here to stay.
We've had a lot of adoption camps in the past where families have actually come forward and adopted the Desi breeds, and which is really nice to see that happening. People have this concept or idea that when we say adopting a dog or a pet means bringing it home. But it is not necessary that you have to bring it home. You can always sponsor that animal. On the street, if it is by taking care, by being a responsible caregiver.
Growing up, for sure we would have lots and lots of people. Is there too much background noise happening there? Yeah, somebody's doing a vacuum cleaner. I think we'll cut this particular segment.
Yeah, so we are going and meeting this family, Arjun Rajgopal, who has 3 Desi hounds, which are known as the Mudhol or the Karavani, as they are said, and lovely dogs, lovely breeds.
I mean, they have issues, ego fights, everything, but they have worked it out. They have worked out their politics.
He loves you.
Give your hand.
Yeah.
There was this one dog in Sahkar Nagar, alright, who had cancer. She was in a very bad condition. And every day people would post, the volunteers on the group, and I call them armchair critics because they're only reporting but not doing anything. And Sagrejan group were, "Arey wah, thank you Manjari, thumbs up, kudos, everything." And that is what I really was shocked, and ki tumcha naka khali, this dog is suffering for so many months, everybody's reporting. But koni pude ala nahi ki a lady from Kalyani Nagar has to come all the way to Sahkar Nagar at 10 at night and finish the work, get her caught and all that.
Right, there's a big bunch of volunteers who want to publish everything on social media. Right, whether they actually do any work or not is debatable. Got fur everywhere.
Yes. Go. Za.
Even be it a Desi or be it a breed dog, people want a male dog. Nobody wants to adopt a female or buy a female dog for the simple reason it's a girl. And that was one of the reasons why Chutki also did not get adopted, because she's a girl. And well, here she is. It's now 5 years. She's with us happily.
She was picked up by Manjari's sister. She'd originally been, had a skin condition called mange, and so she had no fur. And just as she, became healthy again and things like that, she got hit by a vehicle, and both her hind legs were broken. And then we took her to a number of adoption camps. She didn't get adopted. And then one day my dad said, you know, we're naming her Chutki and she's going to stay here forever. You know, so you've got an adoption camp happening and somebody will come with a bag of puppies and leave them there and run away. Saying that it's, you know, it used to be our problem, it's now your problem. So I would be the guy at the gate, like, you know, like saying that, okay, we'll thump you if you do anything like that. They get very surprised when we say, put the dog down. And this, you know, they say, how can we put him down? He's our family. I say, yeah, but then you're giving him away, right? So it's the same thing. How can you give away a family member? We've had all kinds of excuses, from children with allergies to people being pregnant to, you know, this is the problem, and which is why I don't want the dog anymore.
Yeah.
Invariably during the day, we'll get 1 or 2 phone calls, at least I will, about an adoption or an abandonment or something stupid. Usually you can bajao them on the phone and it goes away. People all have their own answers, they just need to be shown कि like phone पे थप्पड़ मारा तो कैसा चुप हो जाना like. How is your sound quality coming? Good? Okay, cool. Now you want to see Chutki playing the alpha, being the dominant one amongst the other dogs.
This is back in '84, where we would take care of a goat, a cow, a buffalo, dogs, cats. So everybody would come home and we would feed them. And that was the beginning of our, in fact, that was the introduction to animals for us as we were young. And it's been a beautiful journey so far.
Thanks to my dad and my mum, we've always had dogs and cats at various times growing up. One day I started feeding a dog outside my house. And before I knew it, I was feeding about 4. I started with that, and then there was a lady very close by who said, you seem to be very involved with animals, and would you like to participate in an adoption camp? That was the beginning for me. Thing is, like, both of us were volunteers from different parts of the city, right?
Yes.
Over a period of time, you get to know who is actually action-oriented and who isn't.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we met at an adoption camp. We met at a couple of adoption camps, and I thought she looked very interesting. And then we sort of started, we started dating and flirting and all kinds of things. And eventually, she adopted me, like, so.
Yes, I adopted this stray.
Yeah. Jungli kutta. Like.
So a Deccan ke lady adopted this Kalyani Nagar dog. Aikada jiba, aikada jiba, aikada jiba, aikada jiba. एवढंच आलं मला.